Hello everybody. Today I will be showing you how to change your system sounds in Windows 11. Let's go. So, the first thing we want to do is we want to go find a sound. So, I think I'm going to go look for the PlayStation Portable Startup. So, let's just look for that real quick. Yeah, right here. This one looks pretty good. So, you can get this whatever way you want. It doesn't really matter. I am going to use a online site to rip this. So give me 1 second. Okay, we're putting the link in now. Okay, there we go. Once you have your sound, we need to go and change the file format for it to work properly. Now, I personally recommend Audacity for this, but you can use whatever you want, as long as it does the job properly. I'm bringing it here because I also don't want the full sound to be in it. I only want part of it. And this will allow me to trim it. So here, let's just go and go to import audio here. And there it is. Awesome. Okay. So I only want this first part right here. So what I'll do is a good bit after it, so it actually fades out all the way, I'll just do this. And I'll hit Control X. That's Command X for Mac users. We'll just get rid of that as well. And here we are. So now that you have your sound ready here, we want to export it in a certain file format. So look closely at this part. We want to export it as WAV, W-A-V, because this is Microsoft's file format. So it reacts a lot more kindly to this file format as opposed to MP3 or OGG or whatever else. So I actually have to find a place to put this. 1 second, people. I'm going to go and save this in my documents. I would recommend you have a folder for all your sounds in one place, but I'm only doing one, so it doesn't matter all that much for me. Let's just name it something a little less messy. So PSP Startup. Awesome. Save. All this stuff. And there we go. So now we have our sound, but how do we put it into our system? Well, we want to go to Settings. And we want to go to Personalization. So we click on this, and here it is, Sounds. Right now the default Windows scheme is in there. If we click on a couple of these, you can hear how they sound. Test them, make sure they work. Now, to change your sound, you'll want to go find the place that you want to change it at. So for us, we'll do the default beep. And now you click Browse, and you go look for where your sound is. So I put mine in my documents, so let's go find it there. As you can see, it shows up because it's a WAV file, or .wav, open. And as you'll see there now, there's a yellow icon there, meaning that it hasn't been applied yet, but you're trying out something new. So let's hear how it sounds. Awesome, sounds good there. We'll click apply, and as you can see, it goes away now, showing that it is in fact solidified in there. Now, of course, you'll probably want to name your scheme something better than this, especially if you're changing tons of sounds or if you want to have more than one. So what we'll do here is we'll click Save As, and we'll name it something really generic, New Sounds. How about that? Great. And now, as you can see, it shows up in this little menu. Something important to note is that you should have all your custom sounds in one place. And the reason why is that when you're trying to switch between sounds, it'll only show the sounds available from the folder that this current sound's in, which means, unfortunately, we cannot access any of the other sounds right now. So to do that, we'll have to go to Browse, OS, Windows, Media, and here are all the other ones. So we can change it to whatever we want here, and then click Apply again, and then it comes back to this. So it's folder by folder based. So you'll want to be very careful about that if you're making a fully different sound scheme, because it'll be easier to hunt for sounds that way. Now, it may not show up that it changed at first. As you can see, it still says Windows Default. So what you might want to do is restart the Settings app, close it, Settings again. Let's go back there and see. And there, as you can see, it now says New Sounds. And that is how you put new sounds into Windows 11. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and liking, and of course, sharing the video out if anybody else needs help with this sort of thing. and take care.
Help me come to grips